What is up, everybody, to the Weekly Scrubcast for the week of, what is it?
2
in the morning, apparently. August the 10th, August the 9th edition of the Weekly Scrubcast. Today we will be talking about the usual video game related news that we have found this week and probably some other bullshit along the way. I have my esteemed co-hosts with me this week, Dalton and Dominic, as usual. No guest this week because Cody ditched us for a KaiCon. So, who wants to go first on their round of gaming news that they have found, gentlemen?
Before we get into that, it's a con. Come on. You know he likes to cosplay.
Yes, he's not even cosplaying. He's just going to hang out with Anthony and them. But anyways.
Well, he had been cosplaying the last, 2 or 3 that he showed me his cosplays from the last 2 or 3.
I didn't know he cosplayed.
Really?
Yeah.
You should ask him about it.
He does.
Anyways, who's going first?
Let's go ahead and get mine out of the way because it'll be quick. Because I didn't really find anything too interesting on my side. And I'm kind of going with preferences this week. The only thing that I'm just going to quickly hit over, right off the bat, is Bethesda's Pip-Boy edition being sold out, and them not being able to make any more, and that not being their fault. It's actually something to do on the other end of the business side. But there's still good news because you can print your own. Someone out there released the 3D print model for it, and you can just go grab that. Straight from the internet. Long live Fallout. Other news for Fallout, it was announced and tweeted by Bethesda Game Studios that for some reason they felt to release this before the game. There is no level cap, and it doesn't end when the main storyline ends. Obviously everyone's been begging for the don't end it with the main storyline. We don't like that. We want to explore the wasteland, but we want to complete the main storyline quickly so we can do the other things later. Well, that's kind of up in the air now, and truthfully, the level cap thing, I don't get why they did that because that's bad business, because they were making more money off of having the level caps on the DLC. Raising it...
Well, people are still going to buy the DLC regardless, you know that.
Oh yeah, but I mean that was an
because it's gonna add content to the game, and people are obviously gonna want more content into their Fallout. Even though that Fallout, of course, any Bethesda game in general has an active modding community.
Oh yeah, but we're not getting mods for Fallout 4 until next year.
Yeah, not for quite a while because the mod development tools won't be released at the same time that.
Normally it's about a month after, but this last one, it's not coming out until next year. They said there's just too much to do with the development tools because of their new engine, and it's just, they're working on it. They don't see it coming out within the year.
Understanding the new graphics engine that they're implementing, yeah, I get that, because have you seen how gorgeous that game looks?
Well, yeah, I mean...
That game looks way better than it ever did.
It's a much more upgraded version of the creation kit from Skyrim, and everyone who played the Elder Scrolls series got that pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else you have to report on? Or
Dragon Age Inquisition getting a single-player DLC launch, The Descent, apparently arriving within the next week. This was released August 5th is when this news article came out. DLC, it...
could be released so soon.
August 11th.
Certainly piques my interest.
2 more days.
Yeah.
So, those who have been waiting for that get a good little DLC. It looks like it's just expanding on a lot of the storyline implementation that they've been doing.
Yeah.
And it's back to the deep roads, not my favorite area.
Do you have any more information on your Fallout 4 non-violent playthroughs? Or was that just more speculation?
Just speculation, mainly about charisma because of we haven't seen any skills being implemented into the game in any of the trailers or the gameplay. It was all about, it pretty much emphasized the special stats.
Yeah.
And there was more speculation on that, like charisma, being able to talk people down, and stealth playthroughs where you really don't have to touch anything but can still level.
I would be really excited to see people take, like, I wouldn't say necessarily a leadership role, but, kind of like a persuasive, silver-tongued person that can talk their way out of anything.
Well, with the implementation of the mod that became a part of the main game, not really hugely, it was about halfway success with the modding community. Can't remember what real-time Citadler mod that is pretty much in the full game of Fallout 4 now, where you can build your own settlements, run them, and all that. It would be pretty neat to see that kind of silver-tongued person running all these settlements. That adds to the RPG experience and really allows you to just do what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So there's speculation everywhere. I mean,
well, as will be with any game that hasn't been fully released yet into the public. Like even the day before Fallout 4 is actually going to release, or any game in general that's going to release, there's still going to be speculation on how the game's going to be received, how gameplay mechanics are going to work, how new dialogue's going to go down, stuff like that,
Yeah. And, the whole, is this character going to be in the game again? Because in the lore it states they're going out this way, so it's quite possible for them to be there, and people get that stuff all over the place.
Yeah. Anything else to report on in the news of RPG?
Dark Souls 3, there were a lot more interviews and everything.
You want to delve into that? Because I'm excited. I saw that trailer, boy.
For the life of me, I don't know why, but I can never think of the creator of Dark Souls' name.
FromSoft?
Not the actual company.
Miyazaki?
Miyazaki, thank you.
Miyazaki-san?
In an interview with him, it was actually a YouTuber who got to interview him during his Dark Souls 3 invite at it was either QuakeCon or E3, but he got an interview and he asked, "What about Soul Memory?" And Miyazaki simply replied with, "What's that?" So we might be looking at a better PvP experience, because Soul Memory is, gone.
I never did exactly like the kind of invading thing they did in the Souls series. Like, it's inventive as in a lore perspective, saying you can quote-unquote invade other people's worlds as a phantom, or either as a spirit to help them fight bosses and whatnot. I know it fits in with the lore, but I just didn't think it did well mechanically, Because, let's be honest, the networking with Dark Souls 1 and occasionally Dark Souls 2 was not high-tier networking. It would lag all the time from what I had experienced. You'd get some really glitchy stuff in there, and then there would occasionally be the assholes who would actually mod their saves to where they'd have infinite health and all that shit. And it got really stupid.
All I gotta say to the people who modded their stuff to get the infinite health and stamina, gravity, motherfuckers. Enjoy it.
Doesn't stop a fall, scumlord. But
no, it doesn't.
I'm really excited to see how they take this.
The martial system. The what do they call it? They either called it martial arts. Let me find it. I know I had a.
What, the new invading system?
No.
The new PvP system is what I'm talking about.
The fighting in Dark Souls 3. The battle arts. Took me a moment to find it. If you've seen any of that, it's gonna be
Can you
weird.
explain?
Someone who got a hold of the demo said it was the L2 button that triggered the battle arts, and it's just on the build he played though, so it's not you never know if it's final product or not. My warrior had an axe as his default weapon. The axe's battle art was a damage buff, which
So
I'm going to slaughter this name.
Is it the kind of thing of like they did with the trick weapons in Bloodborne, except it's not necessarily transforming the weapon, it's just giving it an effect?
You don't really transform the weapon, it's more like stances or moves that you normally want to see.
Is it kind of like dual wielding that was in Dark Souls 2?
Yes.
Like if you had a certain...
Look at it as power stancing a dual wield.
But do you need a dual wield or anything to access battle arts, or is it just can it be like a single-handed weapon and a shield?
I think it's going to be a single accessible thing from all the builds that people have experienced of the game.
Okay.
The name I'm about to murder, Kartje, Kartje,
yeah,
told me also serves as a small AoE stun, so they have different effects along with their new kind of battle flow with it.
Mm-hmm.
The other battle arts are more direct. The Great Swords is a lumbering step forward, followed by a massive upward strike that sends enemies soaring into the air. The dual katanas, it was a spinning whirlwind attack. I discovered that I could follow up that battle art whirlwind with a heavy attack, which is a slightly less potent spin for a nice combo. So like
they are kind of throwing their Bloodborne stuff in to where it's gonna be not as slow paced as Dark Souls 2, not as fast paced as Bloodborne, but somewhere in the between.
They want the combat to still be Souls, but
of course they wanted to be their trademarked combat. While I didn't like how slow Dark Souls combat was at sometimes, but I also didn't like how fast Bloodborne combat was at sometimes. You know, like when you're facing not BSB, but like some of the really fast bosses that are just hopping around everywhere, like frickin' Father Gascoigne. And you just had to dash everywhere.
Gascoigne was...
Yeah.
Gascoigne.
Yeah, Gascoigne was Gascoigne.
There's several ways to cheese Gascoigne, because he's easily stun-locked with just the Hunter's Axe, but it's...
Well, yeah, he's easily cheesed in the speedrunning community, too. But I'm saying, like, for anybody that legitimately did a not a speed run, but legitimately did a run, no...
He was a pain in the ass at
first.
Yeah,
because...
You had to learn, like, what is this dude gonna do?
Yeah.
And then, just like most of the other hunters in the game that you have to face, he's really just a fast-paced combat where it's less dodging and more dashing around trying to predict where he's gonna land so you can stun lock him.
Mm-hmm. Even though after he transformed, you can't really stun lock him anymore, but...
Hunter's Axe with the charge spin, you know what that is.
Good point, but I never did the axe, so... Anyways.
You can't land that without a co-opper or
anything
really good
else?
spacing. The last thing I want to cover is the World of Warcraft expansion, the Legion expansion coming out. It's based... I think this is the third Legion expansion, and it's the final. It's gonna be pretty much end game. It's basically how it's stated by a lot of people. Even a lot of the fans say it's gonna be like facing the final boss in a dungeon crawler. It's basically the end. It doesn't have many years left in it, as even its subscription low of 5.6 million subscribers makes it a money-making machine. So yeah, of course it's still gonna live. Yay for all the World of Warcraft players. But it's starting to wrap up the main plot, and a lot of the early initial reveals and everything basically shows that mainly everything's going to be wrapped up and tied up all in this last one, and they'll probably not make another DLC for ever. And if they do, it'll probably be a long time before they do. A lot of PvE content, I think, is coming out with this, and stuff like that. But that's all I gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm moderator, right?
You should be.
Well, it didn't let me delete them or anything.
Yeah, you're already a mod. But anyways, Dalton, do you want to discuss any of your news?
Finally chime in. I didn't find much either, just like Dominic didn't. But apparently, the first thing I want to say, because I just found this one, apparently Halo 5 is gonna be the first Halo that is not gonna it's gonna have a teen rating, not mature. I thought that was interesting.
Do they have any backstory as to why it's going to be a teen and not a mature game?
I didn't really read up on it.
They probably toned it down to broaden the audience, but the main audience has always been storyline-wise for mature.
Yeah. I got a good debate right here. I found this too. This isn't anything about news. This is just a debate kind of question. Pretty much it says, let console gamers choose between frame rate or resolution. Do you think it's a good idea?
Well, how would they implement this?
I don't know if they would. It's kind of like a debate going on.
Because it would be in the sense of streaming from HDMI on a PS4 in 1920 by 1080, but is it going to be screen capped at 30 FPS? Because probably with the stats, I would say, of like a PS4, you're not going to get 1920 by 1080 at 60 FPS probably playing something like Warframe or Skyrim. Maybe Skyrim because it's kind of outdated, but not any of the really ultra intensive games. We're probably not going to stream at 1920 by 1080 and actually successfully do anything.
But if people want that 60, they have to go like 900p or 720.
Yeah. Like 1280 by 720, stuff like that.
Yeah. Apparently, John Wick is turning into a virtual reality first-person shooter. That would be quite interesting.
I never saw the movie.
I haven't either.
Is it supposed to be like a through the Oculus or something? Through the Morpheus or whatever? Anything else?
Halo Wars 2 trailer.
Go on.
Looks awesome, even though it's just the
cinematic trailer.
It's the reveal trailer.
Yeah. Cinematic reveal.
Cinematic, whatever. It's not like it's a
representative of
gameplay. Too much. It shows a little bit. It shows that it's coming out, which really it's hyping me up now. Didn't expect that. But I heard they might change the camera angle a little bit. I don't think they should. Do you feel like that would be? Do you think they should come out with it?
Well, how would they be changing the camera? Like, in what ways?
Well, people say they should do it like Command and Conquer kind of way, like not the camera. The I don't know what's that camera. The play style. They should make it more like Command and Conquer.
Play style as far as what, like
how it's set up, like how you play the game itself.
The way you play it is like you do any overhead strategy game.
Any RTS, you play it the same way. I mean, I believe Halo Wars was one of the first RTSs to actually use a controller.
Yeah,
it's one of the first console. Yeah, there's a couple, I think, but
Halo Wars got it popular on console, obviously because it's a Microsoft game, but. Yeah. I like playing. Yeah, it's of course because it's Bungie made pretty much. But I loved Halo Wars on Xbox 360.
So did I.
We played the shit out of that game when we were in high school. But go on.
I had my mic muted, so I could take a call while you two were talking about the resolution thing. I want to go back to that for a second. The current resolutions that I hear on the consoles are normally 720 and 1080. They don't get anything like 1920 by 1080. The consoles aren't powerful enough for higher resolutions with the capped frame rate that they sit on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's three main resolutions on the consoles right now, and that's 720, 900, and 1080.
Yep.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah. So, a higher resolution versus frame rate cap. If anything, if that debate is going on, like, seriously between the actual console community, it would probably be best for them to take the lower resolution with 720p and deal with it for the 60 frames per second, because you can see animations more fluidly.
That's a matter of opinion, though. Some people think differently.
Well, I mean, you want the time to react to everything, don't you?
Yeah, it's also getting in the sense of like a competitive scene. Like, obviously, if you're playing in like a ranked, I wouldn't necessarily say a ranked match, but like something where you're against another person, PvP, obviously probably the person that's playing at 60 FPS is going to have the upper hand as opposed to a person capped at 30, right? Because your animations are going to be more fluid. You're going to be seeing things not necessarily in more real time, but it's going to be a lot more fluid. You're going to see how the animations control, where they go, stuff like that. It's not going to be really choppy.
Closer to what the developer truly intended the animation for.
Yeah. Like, no developer wants their animation to truly be choppy. Like, they want their game to be high quality, stuff like that.
But people fight over the whole resolution and quality in general, like texture quality and all that.
And the fact that Microsoft and Sony have to remain cost effective in making gaming consoles in order to ergo make a profit but keep the specs low enough to where their profit margin doesn't exceed what they're making. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's hard for them to do that, but obviously the hardware is advancing consistently and constantly.
Yeah, that's why after a certain time when they make enough money off the PS4 and the Xbox One, they're going to come out with their new console, because the profits will have exceeded how much it costs to make so many of these, and then they can start researching, say, the Xbox quote-unquote 2 or the PS5, which will have better specs to play the games. Maybe, are consoles capped at 30 FPS right now? I'm pretty sure they are.
A lot of games cap at 30. It's up to the developer. It's always up to the developer.
But, like, maybe the next consoles will be capped at 60 or fucking 90 for all I know, depending on how well enough the specs do.
Yeah, and it all depends on what the marketing campaign for the consoles can do for it, too, and what the consoles can actually do. And seeing as the consoles are getting to where they're basically a gaming computer, but not quite as budgeable as making a powerful gaming computer.
And you also got to think of the fact that are people going to be willing to pay X amount for a gaming console?
PC Master Race.
Yeah, PC Master Race, because look what you get. Console elitists complain that PCs are expensive, but do we get what we pay for?
Dude, hold up. Are we going to go over this subject? Because I love this. This is one thing that I love. Yes, you will spend more on a computer, but those Steam sales that you get.
You make your money back on Steam sales. There are
it's
people
not,
with
it's
game
not only
libraries
that,
of 1,300
It's
games.
not only that you make your money back on Steam sales, it's that, how much money did I put into my PC, Dalton? 2.5 thousand?
1,800.
1,800.
Oh, yeah.
I put
Something
quite
like
a bit into it.
1,800
But-
originally, other little knickknacks and
But to
stuff.
but to this day, it still runs like the day I bought it. It doesn't overheat. Hell, I keep it on quiet mode all the time, not even performance mode, and it still does fine. But
and you're also going to have this thing running.
It's going to last you for about 3 to 5 years.
While
yeah, and it's always running every game on Ultra, even Crysis 3 at 60 FPS.
So, like,
Can your console do that?
no.
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 Your
But
console cannot run Crysis 3
Let's
at
not
Ultra
get too much
graphics
into
in
this
60.
because fanboys on both sides will start a war.
Yes.
If, like, especially if we ever get a huge viewing audience, because then some people do come back to these videos and go, "Oh, this is where they started. Holy shit, they were talking about this. I'm gonna put my 2 cents in," and then you have a war started.
But any
That's
other
scary.
news that you found, Dalton?
No.
My
not
turn.
yet.
My
Yep.
turn. All right.
Your turn.
Kojima says Metal Gear Solid 5 will leave Snake soaked in blood.
Oh.
I approve.
Let's see what this is about. Hideo Kojima says Snake will be turned into a blood-soaked mess as he works his way through the Phantom Pain, and unlike most of the games, he won't be cleaned up between missions.
Lots of reveal trailers I've watched.
Snake will be blood-stained as he gets injured, won't reset even as he completes missions/side ops. I say yes. His blue bandana will also be soaked in blood red.
Yeah. I approve.
I do as well. In Heroes of the Storm news, not only have they revealed Karazim, the monk, to come out in the next hero release, but they also said that the medic from StarCraft 2 is joining, but they're removing Team League from the game. So, for those of you that don't know, basically Team League is Heroes of the Storm's way of ranked 5s, yeah? And
Okay.
apparently they're removing that from the game, saying,
Why?
I will look at it right now. Saying that it's proven more difficult than anticipated for players to assemble the same teams every night, and most players are thus opting to stick with Hero League, solo, or like duo queue instead. He also explained that changes are coming soon to the matchmaking system, which will see new players ranked more accurately after completing 20 to 25 placement games. Let's see. Anything else? City Skyline. Excuse me. City Skylines will be getting a Nocturnal After Dark expansion. Seems like a Renaissance era kind of thing. Assassin's Creed Syndicate's Evie can turn virtually invisible via the new stealth mechanics in the game. I'm surprised Dominic didn't bring this up. Somebody completed Fallout 3 as a baby.
Old story. I didn't want to bring it up because I've seen the baby run a long time ago. It's just getting hyped because Fallout 4. It's still an impressive
never heard of it.
feat, but still. Oh,
I've never heard it.
A baby
Check it out
punching
after
a
the podcast.
super Deathclaw in the face? I vote yes. Dalton, how long has Battlefield 4 been out now?
About 2 years, I want to say.
Battlefield 4 gets sneakier with a new Night Operations DLC.
I didn't want to bring that up. I saw that. I didn't want to bring it up.
Black Ops 3 eSport reveals its first multiplayer
2 years.
footage.
Hold up. I just looked at Battlefield 4 to look at the release date. Platforms. PS4, PS3, Xbox One, Xbox 360, Android, Microsoft Windows, iOS.
Yeah, because you had the like apps that you can view the map on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Let's see. That's it. That seems about it for all I have for news. Except, Dalton, this may be up your alley. Corsair announces keyboard with new Cherry Silent Switch, new MMO mouse, and gaming headsets. Sims
I just bought a new
4.
one today.
Sims 4 Get Together expansion has been announced.
Oh, God.
That seems about it for what I have in news. So I guess we can move to what we've been playing this week. Dalton, do you want to start?
Played some Halo again yesterday, a little bit. Sucked at it. Haven't been playing much since I've been working all the time. League of Legends. Played some Counter-Strike again. Sucked at that. Waiting for you all to get to rank 3.
Not gonna happen.
Dominic, you have 4. I left you with 4 games, and if you go now, you'll get the weekly bonus. It'll be about 2 games.
I might be interested in a year or
Not
two.
gonna happen.
What'd you say, Dominic? Sorry.
Might be interested in a year or two.
Yeah, when the new Counter-Strike comes out.
Yeah. Somewhere in there.
Counter-Strike Global Defensive has been announced.
Oh, well, shut up.
Dominic.
Counter-Strike F. Football.
Hey, there's a football mod.
Oh, we gotta record that. We gotta try
What, the
that
football
out.
mod?
Yeah.
Football mod's fun. It's just the controls are fucking janky. I did not like any of the controls, but it was fun. You two already give your recommendations. I was busy trying to find something.
No, Dalton just covered what he was playing over the week. If you want to go ahead and go.
Nah, you go. I'll be last.
I have been playing a lot of Warframe this week.
Again.
Been going back to Warframe this week. They added their new parkour patch. Parkour's been completely redone. They added the Equinox, which I am trying to farm for, even though I pretty much own everything in that game already. Been trying to practice my 1v1 game in Rocket League. How dare you?
You're gonna do that every video, aren't
How
you?
dare you? But, yeah, I've been trying to practice my 1v1 game in Rocket League. League of Legends. Been playing a little bit of Rank. What else have I been playing?
Have you been streaming it for like your schedule says?
No, I need to. I really need to get around to it. Dominic,
I don't have much time to.
anything you've been playing?
Been playing. Well, this is a given for.
Well, hold up.
handheld.
I got a random guess. I think you might have been playing maybe a little Fallout, maybe. Nah, you don't like Fallout. I'm not talking about.
No. I hate that game.
He
It's for
hates it.
losers. Yes, I've been playing Fallout. Obviously, I mean, come on. When am I not playing Fallout or Skyrim? When I'm with you two.
Well, that's it. That's when you're not playing it.
Anyways, I touched a little bit of Tabletop Simulator because
We need
What?
to play that game.
Tabletop
yeah.
simulator.
No.
it's a card game simulator of all card games.
Like, you can
Let's
play
leave it at
Uno, you can play Cards Against Humanity. I even seen Total Biscuit in them stream this wizard spell casting game that we have to try.
It's I think it's a resource kit mainly. People make their own games, and there's
Wait, you play
Yu-Gi-Oh!
dominoes?
Yes.
The
You can
Gathering.
play anything.
Yeah,
Chess?
Yes.
it's tons.
We
of
have
fun.
to try this out.
I just barely tapped into it. Like I played one game.
Chinese checkers. Oh my god.
We need to try this out.
It's good. Just from the tutorial, it's pretty decent.
Oh, it's $20
It's gonna go a
though.
long way because it's everything. It's combined games. What more can you ask for, though?
Yeah, like it's got
many?
a lot.
I mean,
People
they've
make-
got a-
people-
Bowling.
Yeah,
I'm
people
pretty sure
make
they
their
have a
own stuff.
I believe they
Oh,
have
okay.
a Hearthstone knockoff on there too.
But anything else you've been playing, Dominic?
Yeah, League of Legends, trying to rank up.
Suck
Solo
with that.
queue.
Good luck.
It's not that bad. It's just when people don't listen, it's hard.
Yeah.
Oh, you have no idea.
Welcome to Silver.
That Lucian, remember?
Dude, he was dumber than a bag of rocks. So,
Play Cassiopeia, sit in
And-
lane, spam poison. I
Something we need to play. Since I finally bought it. Gary's mod.
yes.
I'm not touching Gary's.
We could definitely have some shenanigans in
game?
Gary's
What's that-
mod.
What's that
You two
game on
have
there
shenanigans.
where it's 4 people and you there's like a killer and they have to try to figure out who it is and all that?
Gmod Murder?
Murder. Yeah, we need to play that.
Yeah, we do. We could do Prop Hunt, too.
Oh my god. That's what I wanted to play too.
And last thing I've really been playing this week is I actually just got it today, and I've been putting hours into it, trying to complete the campaigns of everyone I have on it. Skullgirls, but I mispronounce
Skull. It's Skull Girls for people that are watching. Not Skull Girls.
Skullgirls. GIRLS. If you're an anime-loving nerd like me, check it out.
For shame.
It's a fighting game and it's fun. Although you will get combo locked, and like there is no escaping these combo locks. You either make the right move first or you don't. It's like watching Mortal Kombat Professional playing against a computer. You don't want to make mistakes on this game. It gets difficult. And it's difficult because you have to learn. It's not really like some other fighting games where you can just spam your best ability or your favorite ability and you might win. It's more or less you learn the combos and you apply them correctly. That's about it for this week.
Alright then. That is all that we have all been playing this week, yes?
Yep.
Upcoming releases for the week. Starting out for PS4, coming out the 11th, we have Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, and then the 12th, we have Toy Soldiers War Chest.
When is it's probably already out, the 1 terabyte Xbox One? Is it already out?
The newer
I
Xbox?
believe the 1 terabyte PS4 and Xbone are both out.
I don't
Or
know
close.
yet.
They either have a pending release date that's been told to us or they're out. I don't remember.
Oh, I'm so mad.
Probably not the only game that has came out on PC this week, but we have Toy Soldiers War Chest on the site. Let's see what we have on the Steam. Popular new releases, we have 12 Labors of Hercules 3, Girl Power, Attrition Nuclear Domination, Nightside, Inc., which has been very much well received on YouTube, Fairy Fencer F, Saga, Submerged, just to name a few.
Oh my god.
For the Xbox One for this week, we have Toy Soldiers War Chest. About all for this week. We all know next week is going to be a big week with Gears of War Ultimate Edition and Dishonored Definitive Edition coming out. So we'll have some good stuff to report on that next week. Should be next week.
Gears of War Ultimate Edition.
Close to next week. It'll be out on Tuesday the 25th. So if we don't report about it next week, we'll report about it the week after. That should about be it for the weekly releases for our 3 consoles. Dalton, your now sales pitch of the week.
Gotcha.
For any of those that haven't watched, if you want to give an explanation of what you're doing right now.
I've looked up deals to show people if in case they need something, like a motherboard. Like, everyone needs a motherboard. This isn't actually bad. If you look at, I don't know why, MSI. Which one? Oh. If you look this product up, Justin, I thought MSI colors was red, but apparently it's blue. Dominic, please put it down.
Why? It loves you.
It's staring at me. That's why. A gaming mouse.
Really?
RIP headphone users.
Yeah. Peak audio, man. Peak audio.
Look at this. This mouse is the one I saw today at Best Buy when I was up there. Apparently it's originally $70 and now it's $38. And it's not that bad of a mouse. A case. I got a case in this one. Corsair. Not bad at all. Has an LED in it. I can't look at the picture for some reason.
Mine has LEDs.
Of course. You got like was it $90 or was it $120 case?
120.
Okay. There's no power supply with this one. It says it in the title of it.
Was yours the programmable LEDs?
Mine?
No.
Where you can change the colors?
No.
Oh.
No,
Just
but
standard
I
white.
know you're getting that. I know you're getting LEDs in yours. Well, your better one, not your one you're getting soon.
Me?
Yeah, not to mention Justin. He's gonna buy a $500 system. and then
He's
buy
doing
one.
that too?
No, you. I'm telling him.
Oh, you
Uh,
said not to mention Justin.
Not to
That's
mention
me.
Justin.
Oh, okay.
God, get your grammar right.
I couldn't hear the comma. I'm sorry.
Dominic. Not to mention, comma, Justin.
Thank you.
Dominic's buying a $500 computer soon. Well, parts, and he's gonna buy a graphics card from me since I have 2 of them.
Crossfire, AMD.
Yeah, because you know it's Crossfire now. Anyways, hey, I think this is the exact RAM sticks you have, Justin. They're on sale right now.
Rip Jaws.
Yep.
Is it the
G
sexy
Skill
beast
Rip
he has?
Jaws.
G-Skill Ripjaws. Hold up.
What amount of RAM?
16.
16 gig. Yeah, same amount as me.
They're $10 off right now.
Not bad.
And don't buy them. You don't need 32 gigs right now.
I need all that for Rocket League, dude.
Rocket League doesn't take that much. Because Dominic can probably run it. Anyways, that's what I have right now. I couldn't find anything else.
He insulted my old ass PC.
Hey, you'll get a new one
Your
soon.
PC is old as shit.
Don't hurt Betsy's feelings.
Betsy, old Betsy.
Oh,
Yes,
Betsy.
it's old Betsy. I named it after the cows next door.
Okay, just because your neighbors are fat doesn't mean they're cows, Dominic.
I was talking about the farmers.
We are farmers. Bum ba dum bum. We live next door.
That's all I have, though.
I guess
can't
if that's it for his weekly sales, it is time to do our outro. So, everybody, I am Justin, also known as Nova Varigan on YouTube and Twitch.
That's Angry Birds over there.
Yeah, that's dipshit on the far right. His name is Dominic. He's our good friend. Dalton, yes or no?
What?
Yes.
This is Dalton, also known as Ace19050 on YouTube, and also
That's not
Ace19050 on Ace19050 Gaming on YouTube and Ace19050 on Twitch. If you enjoyed the podcast, go ahead and give both of us a follow. Subscribe to our channels if you want to. Yeah, that should be about it, guys. So we'll say our goodbyes. Bye, everybody.
See ya.
Bye.
Later, guys.
Bye.
Have a wonderful day / morning.
Whatever. Whatever it is at your time.
GG.